Here with Mauro Ranallo, Strikeforce announcer. Mauro, you've been to a lot of big events, you've seen a lot of big events. Where does tomorrow's event rank for you?
Oh man, in terms of what this means for both Strikeforce and Showtime, this is the biggest MMA card that they have been able to partner up and put on as a whole. And really, I mean, I've been to many weigh-ins. I have to credit and applaud the efforts of the St. Louis fans who came out in full force for the weigh-ins, and there seems to be a palpable buzz for the card. This is really going to be a stacked night of mixed martial arts, and I'm very happy to be a part of it here in St. Louis.
Out of all these bouts, which one are you looking forward to the most?
Well, you know, we're all about the hype in this business, but honestly, in talking with the promoters and everything, there are 3 fights on this card that could be headliners. Obviously, Robbie Lawler and Jake Shields, the last 2 Elite XC champions, are meeting at a catchweight of 182, and it's really a throwback fight to the prototypical striker versus grappler. Robbie Lawler, of course, from these parts, one of the hardest hitters pound for pound of the sport. Jake Shields, a man who's really come up with his own style of jiu-jitsu called American Jiu-Jitsu, as he has taken Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and his wrestling background and kind of made it a hybrid. So that is going to be a very compelling fight. Of course, we've got the heavyweights, and everyone loves the heavyweights. Andrei Arlovski, the former UFC heavyweight champion, who gave Fyodor Emelianenko a run for his money before making a self-admitted boo-boo by going for the flying knee in January in Affliction. Arlovski's taking on one of the undefeated heavyweight prospects in the sport in Brett the Grim Rogers. Again, Rogers, much bigger than Arlovski, has that proverbial puncher's chance because, let's face it, Arlovski's chin has proven to be his Achilles heel. I think Arlovski's speed, though, and just his overall striking skill and experience will probably be too much for Brett Rogers. And another fight I'm really looking forward to is the comeback kid, the cardiac kid, call him what you will, Scott Hansen Steel Smith. He's becoming the highlight reel of MMA. He takes on the bad boy of MMA, and you know what, it's funny, Nick Diaz doesn't like being the bad guy. He told us in the fighter meetings, you know, the bad guy always dies at the end, but Nick Diaz has proven to be, without a doubt, one of the best fighters in the sport, and I really think it's going to come down to his technical boxing against Scott Smith's, dynamite punching, and I think Diaz will probably wear Smith down, take him to the ground, maybe submit him in the second round. So those 3 fights alone are worth the price of admission, but it's a 5-fight card on Showtime, and like I say, mixed martial arts, we need to bring it to the masses, and I'm glad that we've chosen St. Louis because obviously a lot of fans love MMA here.
Then you have Kevin Randleman's comeback, and you've called some of his biggest fights as well. What's it like to see him finally complete this?
Very happy to see Kevin Randleman, first of all, healthy, because the poor guy has gone through a laundry list of injuries and personal issues. I mean, you talk about a guy who's had to endure trials and tribulations. It's Kevin Randleman. For a while there, he had all-time great written all over him. Former UFC heavyweight champion, recorded one of the biggest upsets in MMA history when he knocked out Mirko Cro Cop in the 2004 Pride heavyweight tournament. This guy is an athletic freak. Unfortunately, like I say, he's had to overcome injuries. He's had only 1 fight in 2.5 years, but looking at him at the weigh-in today was in tremendous shape, and I think Mike Whitehead is in for a tough battle, but let's not discount Whitehead as well. 14 out of 15 fights, he's been the victor. I think he's better on the ground than Randleman. If Randleman is unable to test Whitehead's chin early, I think Whitehead may pick up the victory here.